Thanks for staying with us here at 5:30. We're talking about group homes this evening. They are under increased scrutiny in Arizona with several high-profile cases of children in the system running away, going missing, even winding up dead.
While the state is supposed to be cutting the number of kids at-risk kids placed in those group homes, Arizona's Family Investigates found about 1,400 are still in them. Amy Cutler shows us how too many kids have fallen through the cracks and the new efforts to keep kids safe.
Everybody feels her pain of what happened to her.
Emily Pike called the San Carlos Apache Reservation in southeastern Arizona home for most of her young life.
We just don't want her to be another statistic.
Now all her family has left is this memorial off the main road. It's been 9 months since the 14-year-old was murdered.
I cry myself to sleep sometimes.
Carolyn Bender, Emily's aunt, is haunted by the fact that her killer is still out there.
What happened to her is just not right. It really isn't. It really isn't. And we have to live with it.
First up at 5.
The girl's family tells us she went missing from a group home in Mesa at the end of January.
2.5 weeks after Emily went missing, her remains were found right here off Highway 60, about 30 minutes north of Globe. Authorities say her remains had been dismembered, put into 2 contractor bags, and dumped on the side of a trail. Do you think she should have been in that group home in Mesa to begin with?
I do not. I really do not. You take a teenager, 11-year-old from a family-oriented community. You take her 70, 90 miles away, the area she's unfamiliar with.
Arizona's Family Investigates discovered Emily ran away from that group home 4 times between September and November of 2023.
Emily.
It wasn't until police body camera video was released that we learned the depth of Emily's struggles.
No, I don't want to go back.
Court documents showed Tribal Social Services took custody of her after a relative sexually assaulted her. After trying to take her own life, she was placed in that group home.
I just want to see my mom. I don't want to go back.
I know.
Yeah, no, you don't. No one understands me.
But going home wasn't an option for Emily. Family members say her mother was addicted to drugs, her father in prison. Meanwhile, she continued harming herself.
It's sad. It's really sad. And
David Lujan is a former director of the Department of Child Safety, or DCS, the state agency tasked with protecting kids. They oversee group homes. 5 years ago, to settle a class action lawsuit, DCS agreed to stop relying on group homes. Lujan admits they've missed the mark.
The number of children in group homes is not reduced like it should. And the reason is the children that remain in group homes tend to be older, tend to be teenagers, tend to have really complex needs.
In response to our questions, DCS says they're trying to recruit more foster families, and they acknowledge the importance. Data shows those in group homes are more likely to run away and go missing. According to the latest report from the state agency, 97 teens did just that in September alone.
Law enforcement, I think, often gets frustrated because they don't know of whether these youth are in danger or they're just, trying to get away for a 24-hour period to go be with friends.
But changes are coming.
Top story, the push for answers and accountability from an agency.
Following the murders of Emily Pike, Soraya Dodd, and Rebecca Baptiste, State Senator Karen Warner organized a closed-door meeting with DCS, police, foster care providers, tribal leaders, and Emily's family to address problems. Arizona's Family Investigates learned when Emily went missing, she wasn't in DCS's system. They didn't even have a photo of her. Was it surprising for you to hear that communication didn't exist prior to this?
Up until the hearing and really the Emily Pike case, I was not aware of that.
Warner sat down with us to talk about reforms now in the works. Those include creating critical information packets for each child in a group home.
So that law enforcement has a picture, they have an idea of what has happened to that child, any siblings, any parents so that they have a little more to go on than just looking for a child.
Warner says they'll also work on improving communication between tribes, DCS, and law enforcement.
Do you think there needs to be sort of a change in how police departments handle these cases?
I have not had a law enforcement agency tell me that they don't treat every runaway as an important runaway.
Lujan says he would like to see police put more resources into this.
When youth are located and they're returned into state custody, is really talking with them and trying to understand the reasons why they left in the first place.
Emily's family also invested and wants to see change.
We're fighting for her, and we're trying to keep her name alive.
Do you remain hopeful that there'll be an arrest made in Emily's case?
Yes, if you don't have hope, then the frustration, the anger, and everything else builds up.
Now, the Gila County Sheriff's Office is heading up the investigation into Emily's murder. They are working with the FBI on the case, but 9 months in, they still do not have a suspect. There is a $200,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
You talked about the one stakeholder meeting. Is there anything else planned or any further proposed changes?
So there is another stakeholder meeting planned for later this month, and advocates are really pushing for changes here. They say they are working on a bill with some other state lawmakers that they are hoping to put forward this upcoming legislative session.
Yeah, it has their attention. We'll see what they're able to do in this winter and the spring session, Amy. Thanks.